Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena. In the last episode, we went to find and locate the Staff of Magnus, which we did. Unfortunately, it seems like our character cannot use it, so oh well. I did do a little research off camera about, not trying to spoil myself as far as main story goes, granted it's pretty easy to tell where this story's going. Just about artifacts and possibly what artifacts would benefit me, possibly. So I saw that really there's one that to me would benefit as of right now, and that's the Ogma Infinium, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, which so we're eventually gonna do that. We're not gonna do that in this episode, but we'll eventually down the line going to go ahead and find that. But for today, we're gonna go on ahead and continue on the main quest, which is to find the Labyrinthian and go and find the next piece of the Staff of Chaos. So let us try and talk to somebody and see where that place is going to be. There we go. Where is the Labyrinthian? The Labyrinthian is said to hold treasures beyond imagination and dangers that can kill those not fully prepared. The only place I think to ask is the Mages Guild. If anyone had information, they would. Okay, fantastic. Where is the Mages Guild? Northwest. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go northwest from here. And fall into what I just have to assume is the freezing. And I did it again by trying to show you the water. The freezing cold water. Oh, we're doing that glitchy thing where I can't apparently stand up. Come on. There we go. So northwest. Speaking of snow, since I see snow here. Again, I said I live in California, so I live on the West Coast, lived there my entire life. This is probably it, right? This looks kind of Mage Guild-y, maybe. Anyway, so it doesn't snow in California unless you live up in like the mountain areas, but for the vast majority of people, it does not snow. I have seen snow twice in my life. Once I had to actually travel to the mountains to go see it. It only snowed in my town one time when I was very, very young, and it was by a miracle of like God that it happened. And for the East Coast, where even it would have to snow pretty hard for them to shut down schools, but like with this tiniest amount of snow shut down all the schools here. So we got a snow day for the magically. So, and I was young, but I remember it. So the reason I'm talking about snow is where's the Mages Guild? Perfect. No, I'm not interested in that. Where is it is basically this gigantic building to my right on the other side. Okay. Yeah. So I saw on Twitter this morning, because I'm recording this yesterday. Yesterday I saw that on February 25th of 2023 is when this is getting recorded. I don't know when it's going to get uploaded. That it was snowing in, Santa Clarita, which was the first time that ever happened. So let's go ahead and talk to this mage. Now, for the first quest, for the first piece of the Staff of Chaos and the artifact, we had to go to one location to find the location for the location we actually wanted to go. Now that is 2 times that has happened. I'm not ready to say with 100% certainty that is going to be the case for all things. Maybe he will point us right to the Labyrinthian. However, if I go up here and he says, "Oh, we'll show you, but we need you to go do this thing next," then to me that is 3 times. 3 times is no longer just a coincidence. Now that's a deliberate choice. So if we have to go somewhere else, it's going to mean we're gonna have to go to a location to find the location of every piece of the Staff of Chaos. So instead of 8 pieces, we're gonna have to do 16 to actually find everything. So let us see what you say, oh great wizard. Welcome, Talon, to Winterhold. I trust the weather has not affected you adversely. Well, it has come to my attention that there have been certain inquiries about the Labyrinthian. My name is Thelen Karn, and I find this quite interesting. Few have sought out this legendary place. Many less have found it. Perhaps we can do each other a favor. Yep, okay. What is it? Allow me to explain. A few days ago, knights from the Fortress of Ice attacked a small caravan destined for our guild. This caravan was to deliver to us an object of unimaginable importance, a missing tablet. that would help decipher a part of the Elder Scrolls. This piece completed a map to the Labyrinthian. No doubt the knights returned with their booty to the fortress, and are by now deeply ensconced within its walls. We could not hope to get in there and recover that tablet piece. We are not prepared for such an endeavor. If you would agree to attempt this, I would gladly tell you the location of the Labyrinthian. All I need is the missing piece to solve the puzzle. Will you agree to help us? Well, I have no choice. I am pleased to see that you do not shy from danger. Enough talk then. Here's the location of the Fortress of Ice. When you have the missing piece, return here with it, and I will share with you the location of the Labyrinthian. Thelen gestures once, and the location of the Fortress of Ice is magically inscribed onto your map. Fantastic. We're going to make a quick cut. You're not going to see anything unless something really insane happens, but I'm going to load up on some potions, and I'm going to go and sell some of the gear just so I can prepare before we go to the Fortress of Ice. Alright, we are back. We didn't really do a whole lot, so there's probably going to be nothing that's cut in. It's probably just going to be cut to this exact moment. To just explain what I did really quickly, I went and I went down here and I what's the word I'm looking for? Detect magicked all my items that were magical, and there's a couple changes. So the crystal is a crystal of healing, so I'm assuming it heals me some amount. Granted, I have a heal spell, so maybe I don't even need this, but oh well. Bracers of paralyzation, but granted, I don't think I can be paralyzed, but I also don't have any other bracers, so you might as well wear it if you have it. An adamantium bracelet. And I have changed out the belt. I had an adamantium belt, which gave us a -4. So if you notice, before the cut, we were -19 all the way around. Now we're -15, and I changed that out for a belt of strength, which gave a +15 to strength. And the reason I did that is now my strength's at 58, which means I do a +2 to damage. Was that smart? I don't know, but why not? You know? Besides, I have a shield spell that's kind of overpowered, so you might as well get some more damage in with strength. Anything else I did? I went and I bought 99 healing potions, or I topped up on healing potions, so I don't have to worry about that. Again, I have a heal spell, so that doesn't even really matter. And then I got an insane amount of restore power potions, 194, so we should not be running out of power. So we're going to go on ahead and go on about our way. Did I say I also sold a bunch of stuff? And one other thing, I knew what I was going to talk about. The other thing I did is I went and I cleared out my spellbook. So now I just have light, invisibility, heal, fireball, major shield, and open. You're saying, what is open? I created a new spell in the spellmaker, and the spellmaker is this. It's a 1% chance of magically opening a locked door. However, the chance increases 10% for every 1 level. So I'm level 10, so this basically is a guaranteed I can open any door in the game spell. So let us go on ahead and go about our way by right-clicking the map, not left-clicking the map, and going to somewhere in Skyrim. We're going to, where is it? Let us see. It is here. It is the Fortress of Ice. It will take us 3 days, and that's perfectly fine, and let's go on about our way. And it is dark, so let us use light to see. And oh man, this is really what light's all about. Hello. I do have my shield up. I did that a little bit off camera. So I'm going ahead and activate shield and then boosted up my power back up. So I should be for a while. I don't know what damage these guys are doing, but I should be theoretically untouchable for a little while. When I use Major Shield, though, it takes me from a full bar to half, so it takes half my magic to cast that, so I need to be aware of that. That is the down door, right? That is the down door, so let's go on ahead and go this direction. We already found it, which is fantastic. So, hello, Mr. Snowwolves. Hello, and hello. And are they shooting ice balls or are they shooting magic? I'm assuming they're shooting magic. That makes sense. But also, it is a little bit funny to think they're just shooting snowballs at you. We're going to continue on this way. So, let us go and talk about something. What do we want to talk about? Let us talk about what is in this room. Is this where we're going? This looks like maybe... Nope. Oh no, this is where we're going. There's a red door and a blue door, though. But I believe blue means down. So we have to be careful. Let's go in here. Hello. I don't know what you are. I don't know what they are. Hello. Do I not do damage? Hold on. I might not do damage. So I want to check out something. The silver longsword. Can I do damage with that? I cannot do damage with the silver longsword. Okay, I can't do damage with any weapon, it appears. So let us equip back on the... Where's it at? Go ahead and equip that back on. And let us go ahead and use some magic. And use our overpowered fireball. And our other overpowered fireball. And it pretty much annihilates them. But it does... So, both our shield spell and our fireball spell appears to take up half a casting of our magic bar. So it is a good I'm hoping now that maybe I did not load up on enough maybe I didn't load up on enough healing or restore power potions, which has got me a little bit worried now. Oh well, you live and you learn. So what are we going to talk about? I'm going to try and get this entire area into one video, which means there's probably going to be more cuts, and I'm going to try to ramble less than I typically do. So you're going to probably see more cuts and less rambling. But I do want to briefly talk about something. So, 21 gold, and nothing that I care about, and nothing that I care about. Okay, fantastic. So I mentioned, and this is going to tie into the question I'm going to ask at the end of the episode. If you notice, I try to, whatever I talk about the episode is the question I ask at the end of the episode. If you haven't stuck around for the end of the episode, you're probably saying, what question? Oh, and there's a level up. And 4 points, and like I said, every point right now is going to be put into intelligence until that's leveled to maximum. And let us save the game after leveling up. And let us pull up our map so we can see where we are going. It is in this room, correct? And down this way. So turn around. And this direction. Hello. Oh. Fantastic. Let me use Major Shield. Because my shield spell finally broke. And hello and goodbye, good sirs. If I can... Come on. Wow, you guys are resilient. There we go. So the game, I think, has officially stepped up in difficulty. I can feel it. Thank goodness. It seems that magic is overpowered in this game, or that could have been tougher. I do now will officially say I think I might have did not prepare enough with magic spells. I thought, or not magic spells, with or power potions. Let us save the game at over this Talon at the what's it called, the ice place. I have no idea what this place is called. It's the Ice Fortress or something. Oh, hello, Mr. Wolves. So what we're talking about today is just briefly, and then we're probably going to do some cutting, because again, I want to try and get this entire section into a video, and I want to try and get a shorter video, because I think the last few videos have been close to an hour, and I want to get it closer down to 45 minutes. So I briefly just want to talk about, hello, and goodbye. I want to talk about podcasts, because I keep talking about, like, when I play MMOs, I typically listen to podcasts. And, I think I talked about one of the podcasts I listen to, which is, let us see, let's continue going down this way. Actually, hold on. One of the things we've never tried? Let us try invisibility. I've never tried invisibility. Will invisibility mean I can just sneak past everything in here? Because if that is what it means, I think that's what it means. Oh boy. Let us jump in the hole and get about our merry way. I talked about Hardcore History with Dan Carlin. And again, if you've never watched or if you never listened to that podcast, I highly recommend it. It's a fantastic podcast. You do not have to be a history fan to enjoy it. There is a 30 gold and a bracelet, which we will eventually equip, and we're gonna say hello, Mr. Wolf. Oh, hello, Mr. Wolf. Goodbye. Fantastic. You don't have to be a history fan to enjoy it. I know many people who do not care about history but listen to the podcast because they find it phenomenal. And I know some people like, well, I don't have time because I don't have time to listen to something every week. Well, the thing with the Hardcore History podcast is that it comes out twice a year. There's only 2 episodes on average a year. But the one downside is when they do release, they are... Oh, hello. I think my invisibility wore off. Hello. And hello. And let us continue about our way. The one downside of that is when an episode does get uploaded, twice a year, typically I think when is it? It's average about, it's one every 6 months. But when it comes out, they are lengthy. They are like minimum 3.5 hours, but they can easily push, they can easily push a lot longer. They can push, 6-7 hours of podcasts. And what I'm saying is, even if you don't like history, give it a try. The podcast series that I really enjoyed him doing off of Hardcore History was the fall of the Roman Republic, or just the entire thing of Rome. Again, that one was a multi-part series. That was like, I forget how many episodes. I think it was like 6 episodes, and they were lengthy. I think the final episode was like something like 8 hours or something. Oh, we have a riddle. I touch your face, I'm in your words, I'm lack of space and beloved by birds. What am I? I touch your face, I'm in your words, I'm lack of space and beloved of birds. What am I? What do birds love? So I'm thinking possibly sky, because the sky, like the light, or it could be light, or it's something in that vein. It's like light or sky is what I'm thinking. But by touching the face and the birds, the words and the space thing kind of throw me. So I'm going. What? I touch your face. I'm in your words. I'm lack of space and beloved of birds. You're not sky. Are you? Wind? Wind touches your face, and when you breathe, you push out air, like kind of like wind. Is it wind? Oh, awesome. Oh, hello. I need to fireball you because I don't have anything that can kill you instantaneously. Let us get those 35 gold and the 58 gold and the nothing else. Another podcast he did, he talked about how, imagine how it felt for the Native Americans when these people came out of nowhere and basically destroyed their world, and the how that must have felt. And again, it's a really interesting listen. I highly recommend it. He takes history, which is inherently not everyone's favorite subject in school, and makes it approachable. So if you've never given it a listen, I would highly recommend it. Come on, I will be here. I have all day. I don't want to use my spell on that, thank you. 97, okay. Some other podcasts I listened to. I guess the very first podcast I ever listened to was a podcast called the Rooster Teeth Podcast. If you don't know who Rooster Teeth are, well, first off, where have you been? Because, it's kind of hard to have been on the internet and never heard of Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth is a company that produced probably some of the first internet-based content with stuff in relation to video games in regards to things like Red vs. Blue and stuff like that, and I am lost as all get out, so hold on. Let's go back this way. So we're going to go this direction. And did I already do that? Yeah, I already did that. I must have already went to there. Back this way. So I used to listen to their podcast, but I have not watched or listened to any type of Rooster Teeth podcast for many years. The only thing I stay up to date on, or the only thing I keep hearing about them, is the controversies that keep surrounding that company. And you know, it's unfortunate that it's come to that. It's unfortunate that, you know, they even allowed it to begin with, but it is what it. I mean, it's not is what it is, but it's just sad. It's what it is. Let us go this way. So some of the other podcasts I listen to. So I think I mentioned, if I didn't already, I did mention it. I grew up being a big fan of Scooby-Doo, and so what is Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo's are mysteries. That's the entire premise of Scooby-Doo. So I think by proxy, or just by logic, when I grew up, I really enjoyed crime-based shows, and then a spin-off of that, I enjoyed true crime. So I listened to a number of true crime podcasts, and true crime podcasts are, you know, not everyone's cup of tea, and I completely understand why they can be extremely brutal and triggering for some people. And if that's you, I completely understand, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about it. So hopefully that won't bother you. If it is, then probably skip ahead a little bit. It's not going to be too long of a thing, and it's not going to go into any graphic detail, but the two true crime podcasts I listen to are I have to go in the tunnel, I believe, are Crime in Sports. If you haven't heard of it, it is a podcast that looks at criminal athletes. Hello, Mr. Wolves. And it goes and starts with their, you know, where they were born. This is how they lived. And then it looks at, you know, how they got into the sport they were in, and then ultimately to their you know, the pinnacle of their career and their ultimate downfall. And it is a really interesting listen to see, you know, these guys who made millions and millions and millions of dollars just throw it all away for a lot of the time just completely stupid stuff. Highly recommend it. You do not have to be a fan of sports. You do not have to be a fan of sports to enjoy it. And if you can think of a criminal athlete, they have most likely covered him. They have been 350 episodes so far. They've done Chris Benoit. They've done, I believe they've done O.J. Simpson. They've done, any major athlete they've covered, and they've covered a lot of even the minor athletes. Some of the people you've never even heard of, they've covered. And then they also have another podcast that is that. Okay, now I'm confused. Now I'm really confused. Where did I come in from? Oh no. Is that where I came in from, or is that not where I came in from? Oh boy. Oh no. That's not good. I should note to self, start writing in where you're coming in from. So there could be some major cuts here. And let us see. They also have another podcast called Small Town Murder. And for anyone that likes true crime, because there are a number of people out there that like true crime, a lot of people like true crime podcasts. And probably if you do, you've at least heard of Small Town Murder. Small Town Murder is by the exact same people, except they cover murders in small towns and all the kind of uniqueness that comes about it. And I will say this: Small Town Murder, a lot more brutal than Crime in Sports. Crime in Sports is more often than not kind of comic. It's not as intense, whereas Small Town Murder can be extremely intense. So just fair warning for people. So yeah, those are the kind of podcasts I typically listen to. I will say the one thing, if you're going to listen to a Crime in Sports or a Small Town Murder, the thing to know about that is, let us save at the Ice Palace, is that the hosts of that, who are James Petrogallo and Jimmy Wisman, are both stand-up comedians. And so it is a true crime podcast, but it is also a comedy podcast. And you're probably thinking, hello, let us heal. You're probably, oh my god, so let's put a major shield, let us put up heal, and let us continue about our merry way. So yeah, these guys hit hard, but the shield that we have is super overpowered, so thankfully that is helping us. Come on. Thank you. And let us use a insane amount of restore power potions. But anyway, so those, while they are true crime podcasts, they are also, let us I am so lost. They are also comedy podcasts, and you're probably thinking, how can you make, true crime funny? How can you make murder funny? And the thing is, they do it in a way where it's, first off, true crime, not everyone cup of tea, and then add in the fact that it's a comedy podcast with true crime, also going to be not everyone's cup of tea. So, but they do it in a way where I personally find it tolerable, and they can take something that is very, very, very graphic and make you laugh. And it's not like, oh, we're gonna make fun of this dead person, because that's not what they do. They don't make fun of the dead person. It's more, for example, there is early on in the series, there is an episode where they talk about how they tricked the suspected killer into confessing. Is that up or down? That has to be up. So I don't think I've found where I need to go yet, unless it's there. So let's go back okay, let us hit and say, that is that start ? And go back this way. So they have an early on in the episodes, they have a murder and a murder suspect who they were able to trick and confess to his crime by tricking him into believing that it was, I believe, a copy machine was a lie detector. And so basically that's what they make fun of and try to do, is like, oh, can you believe this stupid idiot murderer tried to get away with it? And again, not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I personally enjoy it. So those are kind of the podcasts that I listen to. Let us go back all the way and then go up this way and go that way. But I have a bunch of podcasts also that actually there is one more podcast that I listen to, which is, I grew up a big fan of Boy Meets World. If you don't know what Boy Meets World is, it's a TV show that aired on the Friday night TGIF lineup in the mid to late 90s. It starred Ben Savage, Danielle Fishel, Ryder Strong, Will Friedle, William Daniels, and that cast. And it basically revolved around a boy growing up and discovering the world, basically. And is this maybe it? Hello, you are amused? Yeah, okay. Hello, thank you. Is this where we need? Maybe this is where we needed to go. 101 gold. This looks like maybe a room I need to go. An amulet, and I don't care about any of that. Hello. Let us pick it. And there we go. And no. Unfortunately, this is not where we needed to go. So we'll continue on our way by going left, and then right, and then right, and then that way. So, but most people, I think, have heard about Boy Meets World, so I'm not going to go into a summary of Boy Meets World. Maybe we'll say that for another episode when I need something to inevitably talk about. But if you don't know, and you did listen to Boy Meets World, there is a rewatch podcast that is happening with Will Friedle, with Ryder Strong, and Danielle Fishels. So the people that played Topanga, Sean, and Eric. And they are going back and watching the videos. Oh, I can't get there. That's disappointing. That is majorly disappointing. So now I gotta have to figure out how to get the hell back to where I came from. I'm starting to wonder maybe that room is I'm trying to... That did not look like down, though. Well, the idea for this episode being shorter and me not rambling incoherently and trying to be concise and get this done has kind of blew up in my face. So, there's me, learning to... oh, hello. There's me learning to, shut up and just not try and, promise things that are inevitably not going to happen. Let us see. Let us go down, and then we have to go, I'm assuming, in a tunnel. Yeah, we have to go in this tunnel that's coming up. Not this tunnel, you stupid idiot. This tunnel. But they're doing a rewatch podcast for the first time and watching the episodes for the first time in like 20-something years. And so if you didn't know that and you like Boy Meets World, give it a try. I'm watching it and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But there are a bunch of other podcasts that I have saved that I've not started yet. Like, for example, I have my podcasts typically fall into two categories. I have history podcasts, so that's things like Hardcore History with Dan Carlin, things like what is it? It's either just called Rome or the History of Rome, which looked at the rise and fall of Rome, and that I think is concluded, but I've not started it. And that same person's done started a new podcast about the Byzantine Empire, which I've also not started. So a lot of history podcasts, and then there's some podcasts that kind of what I would call offshoots of history. So like a what if scenario. So it's more not conspiracy theories, but like what if, like it looks at the great conspiracy theories of history that I have saved that I've not started as well. And then I have a large number of true crime podcasts, things like Criminal and what are the other ones? Let us go north and then turn right and then turn left and then so forward and then right, basically. So I have a bunch of other podcasts that I haven't started yet, but like Case File. Oh, hello. I don't believe I'm hitting you. There we go. So like Case File, True Crime. Die. Oh.
Fool to confront me, and now have paid the ultimate price. Even now, my servants go to fetch your mortal husk. You will serve me well through my years as Emperor. Once I have made you undead, perhaps I will even let you retain some of your memories. Okay,
this is just repeated text. I was making sure. Let us load, and the last save was Ice Place. I'm seeing our recording time. We're at 1 hour recorded. However, there was a significant period of time where I was selling things, and another significant period of time where I know what to do. I am a complete and utter moron. We are going to go this way, and we're going to go up, and we're going to go this direction. Correct? Has to be correct, yes. Good job. And we're going to jump. And we're going to go this way. Yep, okay. So we're probably not going to get this area done. I would like to find, briefly, the location of the next floor. And then we're going to end the episode, regardless. And let us see. Let us get out of here. This place is... If this is not the Labyrinthian, which it's not, I am scared to death of what that place is going to look like, because this is already a maze. This is not what I need, and we're going to go this direction. So let us continue on our way. And there are wolves somewhere. I hear them howling. Well, oh, hello. You guys are the people that killed me last time. Well, guess what? I have a shield this time. So I'd like to see you do that again. Yeah. Haha. And get you and there and move about our merry way. You know, when I edit I'm listening to everything I say, and I noticed something. I say "go about our merry way" very, very often, and if that annoys you, I'm sorry. It bothers me how much I realize how much I say "go about our merry way," or every time there are mobs, I say "oh, hello, sir," or "goodbye, sir," or "Mister," or whatever. We're gonna go forward, and then this direction, and see maybe if this is down. Is this where we need to go? It is not. It is not even in the slightest. Well, crap. Okay. So let us go down this hole. And let us go up. And let us go this direction. And, well, first off, let us see if there's anything in this gold pile, even though I'm pretty sure I already searched it. Oh, I didn't search it. 13 gold, okay. And there's nothing in this room, so let's immediately get back in here and go this direction and see if we can make heads or tails of where we're supposed to go. However, now that is I now know not where we're supposed to go, that does confirm to me that is more likely than not, and by more likely than not, I mean almost assuredly the start, which means that, oh, are you serious? That's cruel. That's cruel. This tunnel was a red herring. It did nothing but, it led me astray. I was run amok, straight up deceived into believing that was progress. Let us go back and go this way. And then go down and to the left. So, oh, hello, there are the howlers. Oh my god, man, okay. So, we're gonna have to... Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We are absolutely gonna be making an edit right here, and I will see you whenever we make some form of progress. Okay, I know where I'm going now, and I will straight up admit this is me being 100% honest, because I actually had to look this up, and I don't like doing this, but I've been stuck here in this location forever and a day. I don't like doing this. It just grieves my soul that I had to do this, but I was losing my mind. To me, I already knew I'd explored up there. I had died, and I knew there was nothing up there, but I could just not figure out where the hell to go. So I eventually had to, by no choice of my own, look up where I needed to go. Apparently it's in this room. I just did not see it the first time, so I wasted God knows how long here, when I could have been, about my merry way. And I'm going to be so, oh, hello, I'm going to be so ticked when I see this, and it's going to be probably the most obvious thing on the face of the planet. We have to go down this stupid hole. Oh my god, I am so angry at myself. You have no idea how just disappointed. Can I get up? Thank you. You guys are oh, you guys are dead. You are a real there. My god, you are a bastard, man. And then you, and 95 gold in a bracelet, and 57 gold, whoop-de-doo. I am so done with this place. This is now, as far as locations, this is my least favorite location. And I don't know if I said this during a part I'm editing out or not, so I'll say it again. If this place is just the Fortress of Ice and not the Labyrinthian, how bad is that place going to be? I'm actually extremely worried now. One other thing I want to briefly talk about is something I realize is I might be mispronouncing things wrong. If that happens, I'm sorry. One of the things I've noticed is Jagar-Tharn. Now, there's probably multiple ways to pronounce it. I pronounce it Jagar-Tharn. I know some people probably pronounce it Jagar-Tharn or Yegar-Tharn. If that's the way it's pronounced, that's the way it's pronounced. I'm sorry. Oh well, you know, what you gonna do? All this stuff is recorded out ahead of time, so probably in part, 1 or whatever, when I'm saying Jagar, and even now you're probably saying, oh, it's, pronounced this. Yeah, what's done is done. So, here is where we need to go. That is what I need to grab. You know what happened? I remember what happened. There was that golem here thing, and it died, and I honestly thought that was that enemy's arm had fallen off, and it was just the texture. So that is what happened, and that is what wasted our entire time here in this location. Let us grab it. You have found the tablet that Thelen Karn spoke of. Once he has hold of it, he can use it to decipher the location of the Labyrinthian. Fantastic. We are going to get out of here. I'm not going to subjugate you guys all to having to watch this. So you will not have to watch this. So let us cut here, and we will be back to the Mages Guild the next time you see. Well, this is going to be included. We leveled up as we were trying to get out of here, so we got 5 bonus points, and you know the deal. Everything's going into intelligence. Alright, well, I'll see you. We're going to save at leveling up, and I will see you back at the Mages Guild. Alright, we're back at the Mages Guild. We're going to hand in the tablet we found to give us the location of the Labyrinthian. I had hoped and prayed for your safe return. I see you were successful. Your deeds will be sung among the tales of heroes. If you will wait a moment, I will give you what I promised. Thelen fits the piece into a larger tablet, then reads what is written. He gestures for your map. With a feather pen, he inscribes the location of the Labyrinthian, somewhere in the Skyrim province, onto your map. Fantastic. Thank you so very much. How much weight am I carrying? I'm carrying 65 out of 116. Perfect. I can carry a lot more. We can go ahead and do our next mission, which is Labyrinthian. So I will go on ahead and travel us to that location, and then we're going to end the episode. So let us go on ahead and travel to, I keep every time, man, if you guys had $1 for every time when I'm trying to travel across the continent, I left click the map instead of right click, you guys would probably be very, very rich. Where is this at? Oh, it's probably the gigantic ass new thing that says Labyrinthian on it. Labyrinthian in Skyrim Province. It is Sunday, or Sundas, the 13th of Rainhand in the year 3rd Era 390. So we started out in 389, so it's now the new year. It'll take us 13 days to travel there, and that is perfectly fine with me. Let us travel. And some flavor text. Fantastic. Let us try this time to actually read this coherently, and instead of saying dark like we did when it was actually dank, let us try and read this with, actual ability. Stubborn grass and roots stand in the stiff Arctic climb, refusing to yield. Ahead of you stands the entrance to the Labyrinthian, testing ground of the Archmagus Shalador. Within its twisted paths lie the second piece of the Staff of Chaos. And let us enter. And let us save. And let us save at this place. So let us go and say this is at, let's say it's Old Shally's home. Why not? And let us go into this room so I can pace and talk at the same time. Oh, there's a little bit of text. Proceed along the center path first for the clues to solving the secrets of the Labyrinthian await there. So note to self, we're going through the center path first. Okay. So that's going to end today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know I always say that I kind of ramble incoherently, and it can kind of be a little bit disjointed. This, again, felt that way, especially you take into account the fact that I was lost, like truly lost for the first time in this game. It didn't help, so God knows how many cuts and edits are going to be in this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It'll help me out. It'll help you out because it'll tell you when another video of this goes live. There's going to be a new episode of Arena every day until this game's complete, and then we're going to move on to Daggerfall and Daggerfall Unity, Oblivion. I am sorry, that is the first time that has happened. Let me try that again. We're going to do Daggerfall and Daggerfall Unity, then we're doing Morrowind. We're not doing Oblivion next, we're doing Morrowind after that, then we're doing Oblivion, then we're doing Skyrim and ESO, and then eventually a bunch of other stuff. There's going to be other games on the channel. Again, I have a list, but I'm not 100% certain what it's going to be. Maybe in the next you know what? Next episode, that's what we're going to talk about. Next episode, we're going to go at least partially, because it's a very, very long list, so probably the next number of episodes, we're going to talk about the games on that list. That's what it's going to be about, okay? But yeah, hit the subscribe button. It'll tell you when a new video of this comes out. Also, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. It'll help me out a lot. If you really like to see someone go insane being lost as all get out, then definitely hit the thumbs up button, because that was brutal, man. And as far as questions I'm going to ask you, obviously, like I said, you know, a lot of what I talk about is eventually ties into the question I'm going to ask. So in this episode, we talked about podcasts a lot, and I talked about some of my favorite podcasts. So what are your favorite podcasts out there? Do you like, you know, Hardcore History with Dan Carlin? Do you like, are you a fellow, you know, crime and sports listener or small town murder listener? Or what are your favorite podcasts that you would recommend to someone? And yeah, so that's the question. And on the next episode, we are going to I'm going to assume part at the Labyrinthian, because I have a feeling this is probably going to be a two-parter, but don't quote me on that. So I will see you all next time. Goodbye.